Hi everyone, I know it's been several weeks since I've posted. I really want to get better at posting. I love sharing, and just YouTube videos have helped me so much in my reseller journey, even if it's just making me feel like I'm not alone when I'm reselling. But normally it's really because I'm just learning about new brands, new items. So I just wanted to catch up on what's been going on the last 2 weeks, and I have a little bit of a haul video here. I may break it up into 2 videos. I went to 3 days a week in my nursing career. I've only been doing 30 hours all summer, but it was spread out over 4 days. And that's no big deal for me, except that I do commute a very long way, as I've talked about in my videos before. I commute about an hour and a half to work, and I stay there in an apartment so that I can also shop for my reselling business. Because here where I live, there is a small town thrift store. I'm actually going to go there tomorrow, and there is one 20 miles away in a very small mountain town. The town itself only has like 400 people, but they do surprisingly get all of this stuff. So I'm excited about tomorrow, actually, even though it's a smaller thrift store by Goodwill standards, but there also aren't a bunch of full-time resellers who really study their clothing and really study what to resell. So any kind of cowboy boots or quilts or something like that, they're going to go right away. People know that stuff. But as far as clothing brands, and there also are some really wealthy people who live in Wyoming and who live in the area where I live. I've talked about it before, but you can look up Brush Creek Ranch and you can see how much that costs to stay at a night, and that's in this little mountain town where I live. So anyway, the last 2 weeks I've gotten on my schedule of 3 days on and 4 days off. And Sunday is kind of a rest day for me. I will do some work while I'm waiting for church and that kind of thing, but it's pretty much a family day. So Sunday I don't really count as a work day as a rule. So that gives me 3 days on my nursing and then 3 days of working on the business on the weeks that I really want to. So the reason I didn't make videos last week is I went on a 2-day shopping trip with my son. He is a full-time Amazon reseller, so I went with him. We went to Denver. We did mostly retail arbitrage, but so much of the Halloween items were out for vintage that if we went to the Ark or if we went to a thrift, I would let him basically have the Amazon items that he found new that were wrapped or used toys or whatever he was sending into Amazon, and I would take the clothing from the Halloween racks. And I just found amazing stuff. I found a St. John's collection, black and silver jacket. I mean, it's not real silver buttons, but it has silver colored buttons. And from what I'm looking on there, I should easily get $225 for that. It is just so, $225. It's such a good find. I've had many similar finds that week, so that's why I really only had one work day other than sourcing last week. But it really is starting to help. I'm really seeing a lot of progress in the business since I am only working 3 really long days. So I'm still at 30 hours, but I work 3 10s instead of 4 8s. And so it just really has changed everything. And that's always been my goal, is to get to 25 to 30 hours and spread it over just 3 days so that I still have most of my week to resell also. So that's why I haven't been making videos as much. In the meantime, other than that long trip to Denver, I've